Alright, everyone. Oh my god, I've had a long, exhausting day. Shit, I can't think of anything to say. I think we should just jump right into this next episode, which is Rarity Investigated. So yeah, and your remote, DVD player, let's get into this. I may have to adjust the volume first. Or maybe not. No, wait, actually, yeah. Alright. So anyways, this episode starts out in the Carousel Boutique, where surprisingly Sassy kept up her end of the bargain in the last episode, as Rarity puts up her new staple dresses.
Did you find the inspiration?
Oh, I was them after the adventures of Shadow Fade.
Hey, or probably from Legend of Zelda. Maybe either Twilight Princess or a Skyward Sword.
The story's always been mystery, suspense, and best of all, I'm your costume.
That's perfect. What are you doing?
Oh, just making some minor adjustments.
Maybe she just has had some ADD, attention dress disorder.
Shadow Fade believes it all comes down to a picture.
Into detail. So, anyways, after Rarity busts in, and after the theme song, she basically stops by the Carousel Boutique to pretty much help clean up her mess. Then again, this is also the same pony who managed to beat Applejack in arm wrestling 4 seasons ago.
Nothing we can't fix in a stitch.
What are you doing in Canterlot?
I'm here for Princess Celestia's Long Garden opening tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Rumor has it the gardens are especially lush this season. I heard that the Wonderbolts will be kicking things off with an aerial display.
You heard right. And Rainbow Dash is here to fly with them. So exciting. Well, kind of exciting. Technically, I'm not flying. I'm just the lucky reserve who was called in to be the backup flyer in case the Wonderbolt can't perform. Oh, don't be so modest.
Can I just point out and say that this is actually the first time that we've seen Rainbow Dash actually be humble? Well, that's definitely different. Just goes to show how being in the Wonderbolt is definitely...
Of all the reserves, you were the one chosen. It is pretty sweet. And I do get to stay in the castle, hang out with the Wonderbolt, and eat awesome food at the dinner tonight. Speaking of the dinner, you're still coming, right? Yes. A chance to dress up, be charming, and show off my new expensive costume. I was fitted for all the equestrians.
Now, you may have noticed right off the bat that the focus of this episode is the relationship is between Rarity and Rainbow Dash. Surprisingly, 2 characters who haven't exactly had a lot of episodes shared together. In fact, I think this might have been the first one. Some people can argue that Sonic Rainboom was the case, but technically I think it was a more Rainbow Dash focused episode and Rarity was a little on the side. Right? And plus, they didn't necessarily interact with one another. But this is the first episode that actually focuses on that relationship, and honestly, they kind of bounce off each other pretty well, the same way how Rarity and Applejack bounce off each other.
See you tonight.
So they go to dinner tonight as they meet up with the Wonderbolt. It's later that night.
Oh, it's funny mind a compliment.
Oh yeah, and before that, Rarity ended up flirting with the mailman for getting the wrong delivery.
Must help me pick out an outfit.
TVY7 show.
New collection, of course.
So now we head over to the dinner where the Wonderbolts basically continue to food as Rarity walks in with her Skyward Sword dress. And also roasted broccoli, potatoes, and carrots. Might have been...
Yeah, Juniper Phoenix is one of my favorite Italian colognes.
Mine as well. It's masculine and emphasized. The very sweet and floral notes. Really? Don't you know who this is?
No, because this is the first time we're actually meeting this character.
Fabulous taste in colognes and scarves. It's Wind Rider.
Okay, first, that is an awesome name.
Oh, so nice to meet you. He's a living legend. He holds the wonderful record in the Mustang Marathon.
Well, that was a long time ago. Honestly, I can't believe I still hold the record.
Alright, so yes, this is Wind Rider, basically a legendary pony within the Wonderbolts that basically holds the record of this derby that they have.
Wind Rider. See you at Rainbow Dash. She's one of our most promising reserves. She just might beat your record.
Really now?
Oh, I'm nowhere near as good as you. I mean, I'm fast, but I don't have the endurance to go long distances.
It says the pony that, saved the Wonderbolts' lives countless times, showed them to be a proper leader, and cared more about their team. Just saying, because trust me, I'm going to get back to this later.
Don't be modest. A little practice, you'll be beating records in no time.
Well, it's nice to meet you, fellas.
Not as nice as it is to meet you, sir. I can't believe I just met Wind Rider. Yeah, he's coming out of retirement to take the spot of honor at the center of our aerial flower formation tomorrow. Really? That's incredible.
And kissing Princess Celestia.
Guess I'll just watch Wind Rider being awesome from the sidelines. Practice tomorrow is going to be so boring.
And hey, that's kind of how I feel, with other teams that I'm not going to mention that feels like it takes an eternity. I'm not getting into that.
Just those eyes.
So anyways, Rarity decides to basically go accompany Rainbow Dash. We're doing a quick costume change, and practice comes out the next morning where Rarity and Rainbow Dash watch from the sidelines.
Thanks for keeping me company, Rarity. If you weren't here, well, I don't know who I'd be talking to right now.
You'd be talking to me. Rainbow Dash. Spitfire's mom sent a message that she was sick. She had to leave to take care of her.
Oh no! I hope her mom's okay.
Me too. In the meantime, we need you to find her place.
What, in the actual show?
Once Spitfire comes back, yes.
Yes, and so Rainbow Dash ends up boasting as he watches from the sidelines, but Rarity meets a specific individual that...
Spitfire?
Oh, Spitfire's mom? But I thought you were sick.
What?
Well, Spitfire got a note from you saying you weren't feeling well, and she went home to take care of you.
I didn't send a note.
That's so strange.
Stormy Flare? Aren't we supposed to be sick? Okay, what's happening?
I don't know, but I do know I didn't send my daughter a note.
Could somebody have sent Spitfire a fake note? Who would do such a thing?
Some pony who wanted her out of the show, I suppose.
Why would any pony want that?
Maybe, so they can take her spot.
Okay, let's keep the... First off, this is going to be another one of those episodes of how many Danganronpa or LA Noir clips I can play in this episode, first off. Secondly, he did it. Yeah, I know I'm spoiling it, but come on. The way that Wind Rider speaks in that tone with all cockiness and arrogance... What the... Oh, sorry. Thought I heard something. Excuse that. But yeah, the way that Wind Rider talks, like, listen to his tone really carefully. Like, it's someone so cocky and arrogant. Like, but it's about to get even better. Yep, the Wonderbolts suspect Rainbow Dash.
Me? I would never do that to Spitfire. Why would you think it was me? I did see you and Spitfire leave the dinner together. We were room neighbors in the castle. And you didn't say you would do anything to fly with Wind Rider.
Just keep it in mind, this is the same pony that saved your lives countless times, proved that it is a capable leader, and is willing to help out the team than the actual leader. On top of that, I'm surprised that even
Yeah, but I didn't mean anything.
Spitfire came by my room and told me she had to go see her mom at around midnight. Where were you then?
Considering that she also saved your life from being a broken wing and you saw her as a capable pony in Rainbow Falls, I'm surprised that you're the one out of everyone in the Wonderbolts to even question Rainbow Dash. Does it make me wonder how they continue to prove how incompetent the Wonderbolts are? It kind of makes me wonder if trying to be on this team is even worth it. I'd say no. I'd be like, no, I didn't do any of that. How about you give me some evidence?
I was asleep at midnight, having this totally amazing dream. And I was curious, flying with Wind Rider and the Wonderbolts. Like that's all I wanted. Never mind. Not helping.
And they still suspect her. Mondo, can I borrow you for a second?
I didn't kill anyone. You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Trust me, this isn't going to get old anytime soon.
Rainbow Dash, you can prove that some pony else is behind Spitfire's disappearance before the start of the show, and you can still fly with us. In the meantime, Misty Fly, Blaze, head over to Stormy Claire's house and try to find Spitfire and bring her back. I have to warn you, if you sent that letter, the bylaws are clear. I'd have no choice but to ban you from the Wonderbolts forever.
On whose authority, jackass?
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy butt snatcher?
Like I said, not gonna get old because it continues to prove how stupid and incompetent the Wonderbolts are.
I understand.
Or how about, no, screw you, asshole. I basically saved your life. You should try to have any faith with me and you don't have any evidence to back it up.
But how am I gonna prove I didn't send a letter that I didn't send?
And thankfully, we get to the best part of this episode.
With me. Detective Misty is on the case. We're going to get some fun on this back of my costume change. Yeah, what was the get-up? Obviously, I am channeling Shadow Spade to these gorgeous gardens.
And as you can probably tell, Rarity is going to help Rainbow Dash prove her innocence by basically dressing up as one of her favorite literate characters, Shadow Spade, who is basically a resemblance to the Noir style.
And she believes the best way to prove that you didn't send the letter is to find out who imitates. First up, the fear the crime.
And thus we get into the great Noir parody, as it follows all the cliches. The black and white, the narration, the jazzy music, it's all there.
Ahead of us, Rainbow Dash and I. Well, not too long because I didn't have much time, but point is, I was up for the challenge.
This puts me with a huge grin on my face. On top of that, and it really does fit the Noir style of casing. It almost feels like basically a minor case of Ace of LA Noir. That's why I played that clip earlier, because it just felt perfect. And it really does. As they go around investigating to get evidence.
And looking trashy while doing it.
And thus they continue to find evidence when they see...
Must be the envelope for the letter Spitfire got. These look like hairs from a rainbow mane. That's not good. Rainbow Dash was getting antsy, but I had faith I could clear her name and find the real culprit. What are you doing?
But I also... See, even though I like the LA Noir parody, I really like how some of the clips, if Rainbow Dash kind of brings it back to reality, as basically get Rarity to stay on track to get back into the color. I find that to be funny.
Rainbow Dash was right. In order to solve...
So they continue to go around Candlelight as basically she goes around investigating, finds some curtains to go behind, and begins to investigate some of the guards.
Rarity, don't have all day. Where were you on the night of last night at midnight?
We were here, guarding the hallway entrance like we were supposed to. hole.
Except for you.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Just that there are only 2 rooms in the Northwest Wing, yours and Spitfire's. So the only other pony who had access to that wing was you.
The rumors were getting choppy. Rainbow Dash's tactics were, well,
Yeah, they're not really helping right now.
hard. It was time for another approach. Perhaps I should take it from here?
And Rarity's suggestion is to flirt with them in the Marilyn Monroe style of clothing. And as I said before, she flirts with them.
You castle guards have such a difficult job. I'm guessing that at times it can be rather boring.
Yeah. Just remember, TVY. TVY show, TVY.
Yes, I counted all 345 bolts in the ceiling tiles 293 times.
And of course, being a castle guard can be thankless work. I'm not saying you did, but if you took a risk, you more than deserved it.
You're right. We don't get a lot of recognition for what we did.
Except for last night when some pony was nice enough to leave a cake for us. So we did take one little break when we...
Which should be known as court-martial, considering that you were responsible of watching over said rooms and you went on break, and last time I checked, you're not supposed to have food. So, yeah. I'm surprised that, it still continues to make me wonder how they continue to make the Wonderbolts and the guards of Canterlot to be this incompetent.
Ate that cake.
What kind of cake was it?
Cherry with a custard filling.
Was the frosting vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Was the base of the cake decorated with buttercream rosette?
It was.
Ugh, who cares how it was decorated? Rainbow Dash was questioning my methods, but I knew what I was doing. Do you? Did I get that one out loud?
I'm gonna say yes.
Even I think I'm guilty at this point.
Really? Because some other people wouldn't think so by this point. Also, you were just getting pressured by a bunch of idiots who didn't even pull in an investigation. Yeah, not letting that go.
I really did want to fly in that show. What if I wrote that note when I was asleep? Do you know what I do when I sleep? Because I sure don't. Oh, calm down.
From what I heard, you twitch in your sleep.
Oh, Rainbow Dash. We'll get to the bottom of this. There's only one bakery on Canterlot that makes a chocolate cherry cake with custard filling and buttercream frosting rosette, and that's Cinnamon Chai Tea and Cake Shop. Hello, how can I help you? I heard you have the best chocolate cherry custard cake with buttercream frosting rosette in town. Oh, you're traveling the right circle. We have the only chocolate cherry custard cake with buttercream frosting rosettes in town. Oh no, but some ponies already bought it. Who was the lucky pony? I can't even say. What?
Because I'm assuming the culprit paid you to not say that. Otherwise, the culprit would have threatened to sue you. And you would have to go out in the big city where you're labeled as a criminal.
Because of the some pony famous?
No.
Because it was hard to tell. She was wearing a trench coat, sunglasses, and a scarf around her head that covered most of her face.
Well, I do remember she had a really deep, raspy voice.
What do you mean, raspy? Well, how did I know? If there's anything else you can remember, dish.
Well, have I got a story for you? The pony who bought the cake threw a big fit when she accidentally got chocolate ganache on her scarf.
Yeah, so they continue to try to speed up as they bicker back and forth as they continue to go through the LA Noir style. But Rarity is able to figure out who did it.
I found the culprit. Some pony sent Spitfire away and framed Rainbow Dash for it. And that pony was none other than Wind Rider.
Yep. Like I said, I know I pretty much spoiled it, but come on. We already knew it was him. I even explained it why.
I can't believe that you Wind Rider are framing me. you possibly have?
The evidence that you've been basically trying to get for the past 15 minutes or so to clear your name. I mean, let's be honest here, I would play, hey, obviously the climax music of Danganronpa right now, even though I don't want to get copyright. But, you know what? Screw it. It's my review, I can do whatever the goddamn hell I want.
All you did was ask about cake, admire decor, and take outfits at a silly time. Let me explain. I never believed you would send Spitfire away. When we found the rainbow hairs in Spitfire's room, I could tell they didn't fall out. They were not. No pony loses hair in a chunk.
So, yeah, I'm just going to rewind it for a bit after Rainbow's done complaining and Rarity gets down to the bottom.
Rainbow hairs in Spitfire's room, I could tell they didn't fall out. They were not. No pony loses hair in a chunk. And in a straight line, they were clearly not mosquitoes. We collected it. Then, when we were examining Spitfire's room, I noticed something on the inside. Beautiful Phoenix, Wind Rider, along with Chalk. Then, in the castle's hallway, I noticed some of the damaged curtains fell out of their velvet rollover, indicating that some pony had been hiding behind them. Perhaps after they dropped off the postcards?
Tuba Phoenix is a very popular fragrance, and any pony could have moved those curtains.
The question is why I put it in the castle door. And right there, the entrance to the hallway, although not
See, doesn't this fit? Even though the clashes with the Noir style.
This is preposterous. Wonderful. You don't believe a word of this, right?
Just simply, you're as guilty of framing Rainbow Dash as you are of ruining that ivory scarf.
Yep. And Wind Rider basically confesses that he's the culprit. And it basically kind of makes you disappointed that once again we have another new character to be introduced as an antagonist. It almost kind of makes you wonder if Wind Rider, if Rarity got the wrong motive and Wind Rider was actually a good guy. But no, new character's a douchebag, and let's hear his explanation.
Fine. You caught me. I did it.
But why, Wind Rider? Is it because they put the last broccoli in the dinner and you really, really wanted it? No. It was because he was afraid that you would break his long-distance Wonderbolt record. I heard him when Spitfire said you were close to breaking his record. He said, and I quote, "That's a polite but disingenuous laugh you make when you want to seem happy, but really, you're not."
I thought if I could get Rainbow Dash kicked out of the Wonderbolts forever, my record would be preserved.
Really? That is so not cool. I thought you were the coolest Wonderbolt ever until now.
I did what I had to do to protect my record. Sometimes you gotta play dirty to be the best.
That's not what being a Wonderbolt is all about.
She's right. Wonderbolts look out for each other. Which reminds me, where is Spitfire?
Which reminds me, where's that apology for Rainbow Dash that you know what, forget it.
I sent her the letter pretending to be Stormy Flare. I told her I'd Pegasus, and the only cure is the ice iris in the Crystal Mountains.
So you basically send her to a mountain where she could possibly freeze to death. It's less about protecting your record and more potential of murdering.
No wonder she's been gone so long. Ice irises are almost impossible to find in spring.
The Crystal Mountains are too far for any pony to make it there and back before the World Garden opening. Rainbow Dash, we need you to fly in Spitfire's place.
You're not giving that apology anytime soon? No? That's okay.
But Spitfire shouldn't have to miss this. I'm gonna get her.
Well, you'll never make it in time.
Then there's no possibility.
Yeah, spoilers, she brings her back. Only makes you wonder how Spitfire was easily able to believe that so easily without being suspicious in the slightest. On top of that, really, It really makes you wonder how she continues to be this stupid.
Spitfire, you're back! I can't believe you made it!
I wouldn't have if Rainbow hadn't found me so fast. Gave me enough time to fly back. Rare, I couldn't have done it without you. And I'm sorry I doubted you. But why didn't you tell me what you were doing? Well, I didn't want to get your hopes up until I was sure. And I couldn't be sure until I saw that chocolate stain. Thank you for believing me.
As they said, it's innocent till proven guilty. And in this case, Rainbow Dash was innocent and Wind Rider was guilty.
Even when I was doubting you. Some friend, huh? Actually, you're quite a good friend. You were to get Spitfire, even though it meant you couldn't fly today. I'll get my chance one day. Or today. How'd you like Wind Rider's spot in the show?
What? You can't do this to me. I'm one of the greatest wonder boats there ever was.
Coming from the geezery old man that pretty much said the equivalent of this.
The goddamn peasant whore! She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. The audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? Or drunken nobody stole your book, and she got what was coming to her.
Yeah. Coming from a stupid geezer like you. Even Guan Yu has more dignity than you.
Not anymore. For attempting to frame Rainbow Dash,
And almost potentially getting your so-called leader murdered.
hereby strip you of your wonderful status.
And we never see him again. Like, ever. This is the only episode we've seen of him. Kind of makes you wonder what he would do after now. Could potentially be redeemed in a possible fanfiction, or it could just be a secondary villain for a bigger plot of a crossover fanfiction. I wonder. So yeah, Wind Rider's gone, Rainbow Dash Boats is in the show, and Rarity gets one final explanation, narration.
Case may be. And as for me, I got a chance to show off my Femme Mystique sheet collection.
That's nice, dear.
Did I say that out loud?
Of course you did. And thus that was Rarity Investigated, and even though it has some rather stupid and annoying points, it's a fun episode. I mean, there are a lot of positives I can really think about. For one, this is the first episode where we see Rarity and Rainbow Dash interact with one another. The Noir parody is definitely breathtaking, and even the credits music is also uplifting. You just get so immersed into this whole story that it makes you wonder, like, it's almost like a real case. Like being clues, and kind of being like a detective. Yeah. So it was definitely a lot of fun, and it's definitely something that I don't think a lot of people, well, younger kids would get, would possibly not see coming. It is definitely a lot of fun, and it definitely goes to show that you can't doubt your friends who are trying to help you out. There are some negatives to this episode. As I mentioned, for people who are probably about like 13 and older, the so-called mystery and twist, if you look into it, you can tell who it is from a mile away. Plus, it continues to prove how incompetent the Royal Guards and the Wonderbolts are, but nothing that completely affects the story overall. It's just kind of a fun mystery. When you finally get into the mystery and get past all the stupid stuff for like the first half of the episode, the Wonderbolts, and basically Wind Rider just being another douchebag character who we never see again. Trust me, we're going to get into that at some point. But as a whole, I still think it's an enjoyable episode, and I actually kind of forgot how enjoyable this is because how grating the Wonderbolts were. It actually turned me off from watching the episode, but after watching it again, I've honestly forgotten how fun the episode is. So, as a whole, I'd say Rarity Investigates probably around a B. Yeah, about a B. I was going to give it a B+, but the fact that they continue to make the Wonderbolts this stupid is baffling. So, final grade, Rarity Investigates gets a B. And with that out of the way, I will see you guys in Maine and Manhattan. See ya.